Hello, and this is Courtney Starhart Hale here with Finding the Force L1, 4 Steps into the Vortex, class number 2. Again, this is Courtney Hale. I'm also known as the Urban Shaman. You can find more information at findingtheforce.com. Important for those of you who have started, please remember to read along about the sacred wheel. You should have read by now, and it's important to go to findingtheforce.com and download it if you haven't, so that you can have the foundations for moving forward in this class. Please direct those that are interested to this page to download the guide as well. It's totally free, so you go to findingtheforce.com and you'll see a button that says give me my free book, and there you go. You pop in your email address. That's way you can stay up to date, get helpful updates and quick little videos. So grab your free book and get started. Reminders. Breathe. You've got this. First, your journal. Use your journal to write down what is happening each week. Make a permanent copy of your drawing so that you can jot down concepts and ideas like a spiritual, psychological, cultural, calendric file cabinet. This journal is meant to help you draw larger conclusions and integrate, so don't rob yourself of your own fruits and harvest. Breathe. Find a time of day that works best for you. 15 minutes in the morning and 15 at night. Learn how to quickly let go of things in the outer world by taking deep breaths. Inhale light and exhale junk. Inhale down to your hips and exhale slowly through the nose. Imagine light shining down on the top of you, showering you with infinite potential and peace, releasing every thought, letting it pass by like the clouds, knowing that the sun is always there. Do that inhale and exhale 10 times before you continue on to the journal and exercises. Welcome back. This is a celebration of our divine nature, participation in the divine ecstasy of creation. Refortification, a place or structure that is refortified, meaning strengthened or invigorated mentally, physically, or spiritually. Remembering the divine feminine, quilting the divine feminine or unity consciousness together with our daily lives. Did you know? Mind manifests matter, and we do affect others. In the diagram, this wonderful slide here talks about some facts. The human heart's magnetic field can be measured several feet away from the body, and it really does exist. Negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions do the opposite. Positive emotions can increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. You can boost your immune system by focusing on positive emotions. Positive emotions create physiological benefits in your body. In fetal development, the heart forms and starts beating before the brain begins to develop. Those are just some little facts that are completely scientifically proven now. Our mind is the field of energy that is generated by our thoughts, feelings, body, past experience, and environmentally taught beliefs. You can always change your mind, and when you do, then you change the entire world. When your mind is quiet and you are balanced, the heart field takes over. From chaos to control, all of the material world is built on polarity, the push of magnetic forces, which create electromagnetic fields. We are 99.99% empty space. What force is it that generates form then? It is a field of consciousness which we are swimming in. Your heart-mind field is what orders the electromagnetic fields into a manifestation. In this beautiful diagram here, you can see on one hand this jagged red line, and that is labeled as frustration. It can be measured in the heart rate as well as the electromagnetic fields around you. When you shift to appreciation on the right-hand side, you can see these beautiful arcs and waves. A very much more coherent pattern emerges. So, your homework assignment for the South, part 1. It's to look at what specific gifts or talents you would like to develop or manifest in the physical world. In the East, I asked you to look at the atomic structure and draw a diagram of an atom. Notice how it has a circular form with a dot in the center. It has electrons, protons, and neutrons. If you understood the diagram of the atom, then you'll understand that 99.9% of what we think is reality is actually empty space. That being the case, then, the next question is, how have we chosen to manifest the solid forms that we see in front of us if quite literally anything is possible? The South is about manifestation, but we must ask the question, where does manifestation come from and how does it work? You want to look at something called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. The uncertainty principle, also called Heisenberg uncertainty principle or indeterminacy principle statement, articulated in 1927 by the German physicist Werner von Heisenberg, that the position and the velocity of an object cannot both be measured exactly at the same time, even in theory. Please note similarities in the shape and form of the sacred wheel and the atomic structure. Consider what it means when two things have the same shape. They're in harmonic resonance and are influenced by each other. They are related to one another. Sacred wheel review. Fill in more attributions. You're building your symbolic language, the emoji vocab, and putting the world into neat categories. Defrag. On the left-hand side, you can see the drawing that you were asked to make in the first class, and you should be filling it in by now with some different attributions of the directions as well as your experiences. Uses for the sacred wheel. Review. There are typically 3 uses for the sacred wheel. 1, the basic level of the cross, giving you symbolic language as well as an understanding of the motion of time, plugging you into reality in the physical, in the body. Level number 2 is an emotional level or mental level, which is the ability to look at your own life, setting forth goals and looking at how to balance these elements. 3, the spiritual realm, where we make relations with the elements, integrate their powers into our prayers, ceremonies, power places, altars, and higher understanding. We may seek helpers or companions from the directions also. Really, the cross can be used for anything, for a calendar, for gardening, retreats, or a corporate organization of any type. It's universal and aligns us with atoms in this universe based on its structure. In review, in the East, fire, spring, children, eagle, tobacco, and Eastern nations. In the South, the earth, summer, youth, wolf, sweetgrass, and red nations. In the West, water, fall, parents, bear, sage, black nations. North, wind, winter, elders, bison, cedar, white nations. In the center is the creator or self. To the side here, we have several different depictions of things that go along with this medicine wheel, just to stimulate your ability to start categorizing things on your own. East in review: fire, beginning, rebirth, vision, and Quetzalcoatl. East for everyone on the planet Earth is the direction from which the sun rises. For this reason, I have placed it in the category of spring, new beginnings, infancy, vision, dependency, fire, birth, rebirth, and renewal. East is the place of beginning, the sunrise, and in ancient times, the peoples believed that it wasn't an absolute given that the sun would rise again every day. They made prayers and songs in the morning as the first rays of light touched down onto Mother Earth, celebrating the successful journey of the sun through the darkness and the underworlds. Before we go into the south, let's evoke the feeling of the east. South, earth, summer, caring, learning, adolescence, passion, blood, sex, reproduction, abundance, fertility, work, and wealth. South being the area just beneath your feet is the earth, both the element and the Mother Earth. This is also the direction of the physical body and calls on us to take care of our physical health and our body, as well as Mother Earth and the garden. For this reason, South is summer, adolescence, passion, growth, abundance, and personal development. Youth and summer are the times of most light, when we have the longest day at the summer solstice. It's the time when the crops have been planted already and we are caring for them, often doing ceremonial dances, getting together with family, and taking in some sunlight in nature. So it's associated also with family, caring, and togetherness. It is in our very neurology and physiology as humans to do something meaningful, to contribute. If everyone has plenty, they will be wishing to give back the nurturance which they have received or pay it forward. These 4 M apps order you. The M apps are also games that allow you to have fun and relax while debugging. These M apps, mandala apps, debug and order your mind computer to allow for high-speed transfers from the higher self. Let's try it right now. Begin with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. In the next slide, we're going to follow the lines to the center with your eyes, a pen, or a pointer. As you adventure into this labyrinth of the earth and of abundance and passion and sensuality, we're going to take you on a delicious drum journey. Follow the path to the center as your mind relaxes into a state of joy and breathe. Follow the lines around and around into the center, allowing yourself plenty of time to reset, defrag, and release. I'm going to take you on a journey, and I'll let you know with that when it's time to come back. Breathe deep and remember to come fully back into your body and feel the power of the element of earth. Your homework assignment for the South, Part 2. Write in your journal, listing the qualities that we have listed for the South, as well as your personal thoughts and feelings from the questions below. These are super tools for your personal growth, and we'll be delving into more of these in personal coaching as well as different levels of this coursework. But here's a taste. Super tool questions. What state of mind was I in, primarily in my youth? What was the state of my physical body as a youth? And what was the status of my spirituality as a youth? And in this case, we're talking about youth in terms of teenage years mainly. We also have recommended readings for our community. The Four Agreements. If you have not already read The Four Agreements, it is a great book to orient you towards our basic principles of working with each other in community. They are commitments that we will expect you to undertake to do your very best on and engage with love and kindness. The Celestine Prophecy. This book was a smash hit many years ago, and now you can quickly assimilate the basic principles of how energy works and human dynamics. And this will be helpful because you need to understand how energy works in order to be able to build your own reserve and understand the behaviors of others. The Four Agreements are real quick. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Always do your best, and don't make assumptions. From the bottom and the top and the center of my heart, I would like to say thank you for being here. I'm so excited. 4 Steps into the Vortex, L1 of Finding the Force. This is class number 2 in a series presented by Courtney Starhart Hale, also known as the Urban Shaman. You can find me at findingtheforce.com, or you can email me for appointments or specific questions at urbanshamin@gmail.com. Shaman with an I, SHAMIN. I want to thank you, and please find us on Facebook or join us on YouTube as well. Bye for now.